Hey everyone, this is me with another video, and today I have to show you all the Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street figures by NECA. These are part of a line that NECA made. I'm not sure if they still make them, and these are based off of how they appear in the movies. As you can see, Nightmare 2 and Friday 4. The line that NECA make also has, like, say, the box style you see here, which I'll open in a sec. I don't know if I'm going to open these up, like open them and open them. I might actually end up getting some duplicates to open for this, and like leave these in the, I don't know. Yeah, so NECA Real Toys, and what this does is basically, say there was like a Friday the 13th figure, and it has like the artwork on the front, and I don't know if any of you might remember or even know about this, but the artwork on the front and back looks like the box art to the Friday the 13th game for the NES, released back in '89, and the Nightmare on Elm Street game, released back in '90. And the figures inside resemble how the characters appeared in those games, right on down to being well, not pixelated, but it's like, say, Jason's got like green skin and his suit is purple, because that's how it looks, because of how it was programmed. I've also saw where I got these figures. I also saw like Contra. You've got the guys from Contra, and they've got like orange and blue sort of pixely looking pants. They also had a Rambo figure from how he appeared in the NES version of the NES game, with a bow and arrow, a knife. I'm not sure if it came with a gun, even though you can. I mean, it's like a very late entry in that game, but yeah, I'm not sure, because it was it was shrink wrapped, and I couldn't see on the inside, because these actually do have, if you're not planning on opening these up completely, they have little flaps where you can see a very nice picture that was of the figure. And as we can see in here, here is Jason, how he appeared in Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. Funny thing about that, trivia. The director of Friday the 13th, the final chapter, also directed Maniac in 1980, and was also the director of The Prowler in 1981, I think, which had a lot of, Joseph Zito, was it? Yeah, Joseph Zito. And The Prowler was a very run-of-the-mill slasher movie, but almost a complete Friday the 13th clone in every regard. Funny that he was a kitchen knife, not a combat knife. Cleaver, the corkscrew, classic death, yeah. You know, it's said the Friday the 13th films were, Pamela Voorhees, 1930 to 1979, at rest, were vehemently attacked in the 80s by the MPAA, starting in 1980 after the death of John Lennon. John Lennon's death sparked a lot of everything from which I'm not going to step on eggshells with this, but yeah, it sparked a lot of like gun control and violence in the media outrage. And so after he died, like movies, especially slasher movies and horror movies, they kept getting vehemently attacked by the MPAA, and they kept having, especially Friday the 13th, they kept getting their scenes cut, and of some really great effects and really great death scenes. But yeah, and Paramount apparently destroyed all the footage for many of those films. The only uncut Friday the 13th, not counting Jason X, which was a New Line production, is the original. That one, thankfully, is so far, all the Tom Savini footage was found and restored for an uncut version. But unfortunately, some of the best Jason moments, like when he was played by Kane Hodder between 88 and 89, or, well, like, excuse me, 88 to 93, I think, when Freddy vs. Oh, no, he played him in 2002 as well, when Jason X came out. But yeah, his 80s Jason roles, basically, they have like a lot of footage that is, for all we know, lost, or it will never be publicly available. And now on to Freddy. I love how these look like the posters. Not to knock Friday the 13th, but yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street always had the better posters. I mean, you had this really, like, exposed brain skeleton-looking Freddy with the claw hand. It's like, it didn't look like that until New Nightmare. I don't know if it was technical limitations or whatever, but they kept it, like, it never looked like that until Wes Craven's New Nightmare. The crow with the lightning strikes, and this is just a really, really good, poster, so it's obviously the poster, and ooh, that is really nice. It's based off of the scene at the pool party where the fire from the grill came up, and and of course we've got Freddo over there. I'm not sure if you can get the expression. It also comes with these 2 figures of those dogs that only those dog people. I mean, it's like no one knows what those really were, right? I like to say it's like how in the later films it implies Freddy's victims suffer, like he has their souls and he makes them suffer after he kills them. So I like to think that, but they don't look like anyone. I guess they could be. The coach. Coach, what's his name? I forget. Sorry. And Grady, but that's just speculation on my part. And we've got different faces ranging from scowling to screaming. And I'm not sure if you can see it, but this is based off of how his hand appeared later in the film, where the knives were coming out of his fingers without the glove. I still honestly don't get why it was like that. I mean, I guess it was because he possessed him and didn't need the glove anymore, or something like that. Eh. But of course, we do have the ever classic Freddy glove that you can swap right over there. I'm not sure if it's coming in clear. And yes, I am holding my phone sideways when I film these, so if it comes out in portrait, I just don't know why. I'm not filming in portrait. There's the hat over there. And yeah, these are really nice NECA figures. I was able to get 2 for like maybe half of what these usually cost, because these are very high market collector's items. They're second only to McFarlane Toys for how much they can go for. I got them from a store, like a small shop run by 2 brothers, Toy and Game World. And you know, I was like, they were able to sell a lot of merchandise on the cheap. I saw like a Batman figure that it's one of those Bandai highly articulated figures, kind of like a Japanese version of, say, maybe McFarlane or these. And yeah, they go for a lot because they're highly articulated. If you've ever seen like Star Wars Stormtroopers, they are really nice, with a lot of articulation and weapons, and just are really good figures. They were selling them for $40 when those usually go for like maybe several times that much because they're imports. They're Japan only exclusives. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. NECA, Friday, and Nightmare on Elm Street figures. Freddy and Jason, or Jason and Freddy, by the way, this is lined up. That's all. And it is so nice to be able to have videos ready for everyone, almost on a regular basis. Probably won't be able to make any more on products or whatever that I'll be looking at for some time now, but thank you, and have a nice day.